I'm going to give you a breakdown of the NBA playoff series between the Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers, and we're starting right now. What is going on? My name is Alpha Omega. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to bet on sports like a pro and gain an edge over the sportsbooks, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. So it's time to start the NBA playoffs. I'm spending most of every day grinding, updating the various statistical analyses I use, my power rankings, and crawling for every piece of information I can provide myself and my clients with the best information possible so we can continue to cash winners. One of the reasons I chose to cover this series is the real question mark that comes up when speaking about the Boston Celtics. This is a team with enough talent to make it all the way to the NBA Finals, and also with the potential for getting bounced by the Pacers in the first round. The Celtics are a difficult team to handicap, specifically because they have been so unstable throughout the season. There have been nights where the Celtics look to be the most complete team in the East, and there have also been games where they get steamrolled by far less talented opponents. And the legitimate question comes up as to whether the Celtics have a chance against the increased competition in the East. That's why I'm here, to provide you with some of the important factors to consider when deciding how to bet these games. Right now, I'm red hot and rolling into the playoffs. I'm 16-4 in my last 20 picks after hitting 65% in the NCAA tournament. If you want to make money during the NBA playoffs, it's time to stop trying to beat the sportsbooks on your own and hire a professional to help you consistently make money betting on sports. Go to my website, aosportspicks.com, and sign up right now. I'm offering a playoff special. Right now, my playoff package is only $199, and that gets you every NBA pick I make throughout the playoffs. Once the playoffs start and I start cashing more playoff winners, I'm going to raise the price. So hit the link in the description, sign up now, and you can set it on autopilot, and you'll be ready to bang the books as soon as the playoffs begin. Now that you know what to do, let's get into this NBA playoff series. The Game 1 Alpha Omega Vegas consensus line as of April 11th has the Celtics favored by 7 points, with the total sitting at 211.5. This is a tough draw for the Celtics, considering how hard Indiana plays, and I still think the Pacers have something to prove after losing star guard Victor Oladipo earlier this year. The Celtics are obviously the more talented team, but the real question for bettors is whether or not the Celtics can cover the spread against a defensive-minded Pacer team that is going to fight for every possession. Let's break down a few of the factors I'm using to formulate my handicap. Casual bettors have been sleeping on the Pacers since Oladipo went down, and that creates potential to make money using the public's lack of knowledge in our favor. The Celtics have one of the most talented and complete rosters in the NBA. Boston has playmakers throughout their roster and on both ends of the floor. What may be surprising is that the Celtics only rank 10th in terms of their offensive rating. On the flip side, the Pacers rank 3rd in defensive rating, which makes the Pacers one of the elite defensive teams in terms of their ability to limit points. So you have a supremely talented roster that has difficulty scoring and a hard-nosed defensive-minded team. This one's easy. Advantage Pacers. On the flip side of the previous stat, the Pacers rank 18th in their offensive rating. Now, this isn't surprising considering the NBA is a star-driven league, and while Indiana has a solid roster, they have no big-time offensive playmaker. On the flip side, the Celtics rank 7th in their defensive rating, putting the Celtics into the upper echelon of the NBA in terms of their ability to limit opponent scoring. It's important to keep in mind that the Celtics as a team have a top 10 offensive rating and a top 10 defensive rating. Advantage Celtics. The Celtics have difficulty sinking shots, hence their second-tier offensive rating. The previous stat is further expounded when you consider that the Celtics rank 14th in shooting percentage. That puts Boston essentially average in terms of making shots. The Pacers, on the other hand, rank 6th in terms of limiting an opponent's shooting percentage. So we have a team in the Celtics that already shoots about average, and we have an upper-tier defense in the Pacers that will further limit the Celtics shooting percentage. This is a big stat to think about if you're considering betting the spread. Advantage Pacers. The linchpin for the Celtics in this series, I believe, will be the play of Gordon Hayward. On October 17, 2017, less than 6 minutes into the season opener, Hayward suffered a fractured tibia and dislocated ankle. The process has been slow, and by process, I'm not talking about just getting back onto the court. What I'm talking about is the process to get back to the level of play that fans have accustomed to see from Hayward. Let's not forget that Hayward is also the highest paid player on the Boston Celtics. I mention this because Danny Ainge didn't pay him for nothing. Prior to his injury, Hayward was a rising star poised to have a massive breakout season. Then the previously mentioned injury derailed the trajectory of his career. Now, nearly 2 full seasons removed from the injury, Hayward is now getting back to the player he was prior to the injury. Because of Marcus Smart's injury, which will keep him out 4 to 6 weeks, the Celtics are likely to move Hayward into an increased or potentially starting role against the Pacers. Over the last 6 games leading up to the playoffs, Hayward is shooting nearly 64% and averaging 39% from three-point range. My point in all this is that Hayward is just coming back to the point where he was prior to the injury, and it just happens to line up with the Celtics' playoff run. If Hayward plays like he has been, the Pacers have no chance. Hayward is the X factor here. Advantage Celtics. In addition to this preview video, I also have an NBA playoff playlist where I'll be posting previews throughout each playoff series that I think have the most value. You'll see a link right here. I recommend that you click on that now. As always, in full disclosure, while I do provide a lot of useful info in these videos, if you really want to take your sports betting to the next level, you have to sign up with me, Alpha Omega. Currently, my NBA playoff package is only $199, and that will go up as I continue to cash winners. So click the link in the description, sign up now, and you'll be ready to bang the books during the NBA playoffs. And if you want to learn more about betting on sports like a pro and gaining an edge over the sportsbooks, start now by hitting the round subscribe icon so you don't miss anything. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.